was your diagnosis that caused the coverage?
Yeah, look, I really put that on me. I got to coach that up better in terms of how we have to defend that. They had a good play. We didn't defend it as well as we needed to. And really, I got to do a better job there.
How are the Browns different with SHEDEUR, your quarterback?
Well, look, I think there's a lot of things that they're doing that are, similar to what they've done in the past. Still, big wide zone running team with the keepers that come off of it. So, that's still a big part of their offense. I think, probably the thing I've noticed a little bit more in the last few weeks is them, trying to get the ball down the field a little bit more. So they've been really explosive in terms of some of the things they've done in the passing game. The screen game has been outstanding for them. Both, really kind of in all three phases, getting the ball to the wideouts, getting the ball to the tight ends, getting the ball to the runners in the screen game. So they've done a really good job of that. And then, there's some downfield passing game that they've been able to connect on the last couple of weeks.
You guys have been so good at taking the ball away. Do your guys make note when there's a rookie who hasn't seen a whole lot in the NFL?
Yeah, look, I think we're always looking for opportunities to take the ball away, regardless of who's playing. So, yeah, I mean, we're looking for where those opportunities might present themselves and let the game play out. Just like always, though, it really goes to, studying the game plan, knowing what our assignments are, make sure we put ourselves in the right positions. And then when the picture becomes clear in terms of where those opportunities are, we got to take advantage of the opportunities that we have.
What did you think of Jalen Johnson? How close is he to being back like full time?
Yeah, look, I think he's getting closer and closer each and every week. I think when you look at it and you think about, a guy that really hadn't played a lot of football, basically in about a year, it takes a little bit of time to kind of get back to where you need to be. So he's working extremely hard to do that. We'll get out here and practice today and see where we're at. But I'm pleased with the progress that he's making.
In Fannon's skill set that's made him friendly no matter who's been.
Yeah, I think he's really athletic. I think he's faster than maybe what that time speed would say. He runs good routes and really he does a great job after the catch. I mean, he's a violent runner after the catch. He can make you miss. He can run over you, run through you. So I think he's certainly a weapon in their offense.
Short sample size, but has SHEDEUR had any elements to his game that you didn't expect, or is it about what you expected from his profile?
Well, look, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I didn't do a lot of studying on him, coming out. So, but based on what I've seen, I see a guy that plays with, a little bit of a swagger. He's got a little moxie to him. I think he brings a little bit of excitement to that football team. And I think what you've seen is each week, he's gotten a little bit better. In some tough conditions last week, I thought he played really well.
That's been in the pass rush in Green Bay. Obviously, you guys didn't get home a lot, but there was a significant amount of pressure.
I think each and every week we're improving a little bit in that area. I mean, you always want a little bit more, but I do think we did some things to get the quarterback off the spot a few times. And look, they do a good job of getting the ball out of quarterback does a good job of getting the ball out of his hands. So.
Dennis, how does SHEDEUR stack up with just how calm his feet are, his presence is in the pocket compared to some of the other young quarterbacks you've seen on film or those you've faced?
Yeah, I mean, I think he does a good job. Obviously, you still see some signs of a rookie quarterback, but in terms of being a rookie and composure in the pocket, I think. We had one pass to Fannin down the defensive left sideline where he stood in the pocket and took a shot in the pocket and yet presented a really good ball for the receiver to catch. So I see a guy that's got good pocket presence. I see a guy when it's not there that can create. So I think he poses some significant challenges.
You always want to put teams in third and long. Is there any more focus on it? Because after earlier downs, last week's game, you guys were great on 3rd and long, but they had a lot of 3rd and shorts.
Yeah, we got to do a better job of getting teams to the longer distances. When you're playing games and you're living in that 3rd and 2 to 3 world, it makes it a lot more difficult. So, early down success, 1st and 2nd down success. Generally, when you're able to have success on 1st and 2nd down and get into the 3rd and longer situations, it's advantageous to the defense.
Teams that have made playoffs and gone pretty deep in it. How have you seen Ben handle just the notion of playoffs and team meetings, acknowledging it without dwelling on it, or it?
Yeah,
Is there kind
quite honestly, he hadn't spoken a lot about it, to be honest with you. And typically that's the best way to go about it. His deal has been for all of us. Let's focus on the process. Let's focus on the things that we have to do to get ourselves prepared to win a game. And I know it's cliche, the 1-0 every week, but that's really all you control. We don't control anything that's happened in the past. We don't control anything that's going to happen in the future right now. What we control is the here and now. I think he's done a great job with the team of keeping them focused on the task at hand, and that's what you have to do to be able to be consistently successful in our league.
Is this a big week for that, given that it's kind of sandwiched between your rivals?
It's the only focus we're on right now is Cleveland. It's the only game we have any control over, so our sole focus is on these guys, and it's a laser focus this week.
The offensive line has been in flux, and it will be again this week. How do you go about finding the vulnerabilities and making that an advantage for you?
Well, look, I think we've seen most of their guys at some point in the season, on the offensive line. So we've done